Hello, ladies and gents! For this week's epic series, I have a replay for you that has been laying around on my hard drive for quite a while actually, purely because it's about a machine that did already got featured several times on the channel already. It's of course about the T67 Tier 5 American turreted tank destroyer, a really high skill cap machine that keeps popping up with amazing result after amazing result. Now the replay I have for you today is no different. In fact, it actually features one of the highest damage scores ever recorded in this thing. At least it's certainly in the top 10 by damage done from all the replays that have been ever uploaded on whatreplays.com. You will also be happy to hear that there is no gold spamming going on. The ammo selection was actually super tight throughout. It's really all about positioning and using the machine's advantages in this replay. So, ready for some destruction? Then check this out. Alright, so here we are in our T67 on Fishing Bay, which is actually kinda good news cause this is a map that doesn't pop up so often in these epic replays, so a little bit of variety for you right there. Now as for the matchmaking, we are actually in a rather sweet position. I'm sure half of the teams are tier 6, so we are definitely not top tier. But having 128mm of penetration with the top gun, we should be able to do some serious damage still. Now, beginning of the battle, we are going here for the basic spots on the heavy tanks closing in on the city. So if you don't know this location, definitely pay attention to it, because light tanks and anything that's small and fast will be able to spot all those heavies unless they take a very long route around. And there we go, OI just leaving the cap circle, showing us its huge size as a perfect target. And look at the amount of damage it takes before getting into cover. KV1 in the open as well. Really good start for the match. This is a very strong position, especially if it's not countered by the enemy light tanks, as is the case here. And there is a Chaffee to the right of us, but he didn't spot us actually. Have to keep an eye on him though, because he seems to be rather aggressive for the moment. Yep, he's actually coming through to our side, so I have to see. We don't want to get spotted in this position, because, well, as we all know, the T67 has exactly 0 armor, and there are 3 artillery on the enemy team, so even if we don't get shot by the tanks, we will be public enemy number 1 for all those artilleries. So far so good. The Chaffee gets nailed, although he managed to get quite some spotting off. And we already did about 800 damage. Nice. With the Chaffee danger over, let's continue our spotting from the middle. Now this is a perfect place for a tank like this. We have already maxed out our view range with our binoculars. Taker is using here the basic layout on the equipment, which will be a gunrunner, binoculars and a cannonette. Pretty solid choice if you ask me. It's all about spotting range and being a stealthy, dangerous tank destroyer in this machine. And this equipment certainly enhances that. So after a strong start, it seems that our team is slowly falling behind. Enemy managed to pull 2 back, and seems that our team decides to camp. Although I really think that they should be able to push the city, but that's not something that we can do anything about at the moment. Right now the best thing we can do is to keep spotting the middle and look for opportunities. Like that one. The Japanese premium Tier 6 heavy tank number 6 is actually making a push on the wrong side of the ridge, so that means we should be able to get some nice comfortable side shots on from this side. Can't believe that guy is not getting nailed, but that means more damage to us. Look at this, this is basically living the dream. Side shot after side shot. There's absolutely no reason to use any APCR here. The standard AP rounds will be plenty to take care of that guy. And well, if our teammates not willing to shoot at him, we will be more than happy to do so ourselves. Quite unbelievably though, the Skoda and the Type 58 did actually manage to break through on the other side, taking out everybody who was sniping there from that position. There comes the Type 58 as well. And beautiful shot there, the perfect amount of lead. So that could be trouble. Now those guys will be spotting everything here in the middle, so we will have to keep an eye out for them. We might be out of their spotting range though, if they have a bad crew, bad equipment. Looks, however, could easily spot us. But he's getting nailed, so it means we still should be unspotted in this location, allowing us to put some nice shots into them and forcing them actually back behind the ridge. So far so good, and the next target pops up with a VK, also on the wrong side of the ridge, seems to be the theme of tonight. However, we decide to go after the OI Experimental, which is, to behold, a very dangerous opponent. We get spotted though by something, I don't know what exactly, but that means we have to get out immediately from there. There we go, shots already coming in, and woo, luckily averted now. This is a bit risky staying here. I think we were already unspotted, and those were just shots in our general direction, so actually we get away with it. So our team is not doing all that hot, already behind with 3 tanks. We did 1800 damage, which is already a great result, but we are not yet done. Oh, far from it. VK is still in the open, another tier 6 heavy tank, and let's punish that guy. Okay, well that definitely helps with the ammunition count, saving us a couple of shots and ammo wrecking him within 2 shots. Perfect. Oh, that was actually a bounce from the Skoda. How unfortunate. Come on, Type 58. Yes. Excellent. So that means that flank should be secure. Unfortunately, all those heavy tanks in the city managed to suck out, so there is an OI left on quite low health, facing an enemy OI and an OI Experimental, so that really does not look that good. We don't actually have a shot on these guys, we can't really go in and get ourselves stuck in. This is really not what this machine is good at. I mean, we could risk it, but it would be really risky. Basically, both of those guys can one-shot us. We should be able to outspot them well though, like that one. OI trundles into the open, and that means he is out. So, 4 kills, 2500 damage, and we are down to us and an artillery. Now we see Ontaker here changing the ammunition to AG, which works out perfectly with the Hummel, and then it's already back to AP. So really good use of the ammunition there, nice little spotting. Basically this is how this machine should be played. Well, unless of course the team decides to zerg down on one flank, in which case we can be really mobile second line support, can be actually quite aggressive with it if the enemies ignore us. This is not the time though. Now our goal is to outspot the enemies, hopefully being undetected, which unfortunately is not the case here. And that OI Experimental will surely be targeting us. Please miss. Oh yes, thank you very much. So, he missed. Should be able to take him out in 2 shots. There we go. And now we have to move. There we go. Artillery is definitely gunning for us. Here we should be safe from an artillery fire though. So we fired a couple of APCR shells there to secure the kill on the OI Experimental, the most dangerous opponents left, and now we are back to regular AP. But have a look at the ammunition count, we are down to 13 shells. This machine has a blistering rate of fire, and we had to fire quite a lot on the enemy team. To reduce the count, we are on 6 kills and 3000 damage already. And if you have to do this much damage, from the 45 maximum shells that you can carry, you will be down to a bare minimum very soon. So, I'm thinking we are actually trying here to go after the artillery, which is not a bad idea at all. Why our artillery did decide to go into the city alone though, is a really good question. I mean, I don't think he can encounter much he will be happy about. Sticking together would be the plan. He should relocate to a good position and then support us from the spots that we get. Instead, he's getting nailed by the Jagdpanzer IV, who turns out to be in the city. And this is really lucky. We actually get a spot on the M37 as he tried to move into cover. And then, wow, a second ammo rack, saving us even more ammunition. Talking about getting lucky. From a 1 vs 3, we are down to a 1 vs 2. Have to nail a Jagdpanzer IV, the Flatpanzer, which is actually a really dangerous opponent when it's stopped here. And we still haven't spotted the Birch gun. Probably he will be around the base though, so hopefully he will be nice enough to reveal himself. Question is, where does the Flatpanzer go? Is he falling back to the cap? And that is the Birch gun. So, quickly switching back to HE. Have a look at this god-awful turret rotation speed. Less than 19 degrees a second means that you can't really rely on your turret rotation. Seems though you can rely more or less on your HE shells. So that means the HE is out, we are down to 2 AP shells and 7 APCR, which is perfect because we will definitely need those APCR shells for the Flatpanzer. Alright, so the Flatpanzer still hasn't been spotted. Where is he? Is he hunting us? Is he coming back? Is he going for the cap? Going straight after the Flatpanzer in this situation would have probably been a little bit too cheeky, considering how dangerous that opponent is, so I was thinking, if the Flatpanzer is not going for our cap, then we should go for theirs. And we should be able to outspot him as he comes back for us, while pressuring him with the cap. But the Flatpanzer did announce his presence in our own cap. I'm 100% sure that we have a much better view range than him. So hopefully we can take this out. The Redley is already secured. It would be really nice to secure a win as well. Now where is that guy? Probably he's right on the other side of the rock. And there he is. Oh, we are a bit too close and we get spotted. That push didn't really work there. So... okay, well he's coming for us, which is actually the right decision from him. Oh, I really feel we could have tried to get around him. Oh, this is really tricky. APCR, come on, it keeps bouncing. No, one more bounce. Please don't bounce, this is life and death. Oh god. I think about 3 APCR shells bounced from the front of him. So close, and yet so far. Ah, damn. So, how many of you were sitting there thinking, don't do it, man? The safe call would have been to simply just outspot him or outmaneuver him by coming at him from behind. There was well enough time to do something funky. After a super tight battle though, I think our hero's nerves got the better of him, and let's be honest, we've all been there. So, no win this time around. We will have to be fine with an ace tanker on a loss, Radley Walters, Pescucci's, high caliber tank sniper and a Top Gun as a result. I'd say that's pretty epic nonetheless. Looking at the team results, our hero did almost as much damage as his entire team combined, and he certainly did twice the killing as well, netting him 3,936 damage, 8 kills, and an absolutely staggering 1,864 base experience. Our shooting was pretty much on spot for most of the time as well, having fired 43 shots, hitting 37 of them and penetrating 32. We have even made some decent profit, netting us almost 30,000 credits net, even after resupplying everything. So, there you have it. An almost perfect carry in the T67 with a metric ton of damage in a tier 6 game. Special thanks to OnTaker who sent in this replay, and congratulations to an absolutely amazing result. I hope you guys have been entertained as well, and if so, thanks a lot for considering giving this a like or sharing it. We will continue tomorrow with a funny moment special featuring some ridiculous blind shots, and then we will have a sneak peek at some of the highlights from the North American stream special we had last week with a double dose of Cromwell B carry. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in one of the next videos.